50, 45. There goes Davis. Oh, my God. Davis is going to run it all the way back. Auburn's going to win the football game. Auburn's going to win the football game. He ran the missed field goal back. He ran it back 109 yards. They're not going to keep him off the field tonight. Holy cow. Oh, my God. Auburn wins. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl in the most unbelievable fashion you will ever see.
Oh, what a time to be alive. Welcome in, everyone, to a brand new edition of the Dream Wager, episode 419. Today is Monday, July 8th, 2024. As always, I'm your host, D-Rock, and joining me in this scorcher of, we've had a scorcher for the last, month, I want to say. E, how you doing, kid? Staying cool?
To be honest, the weekend I did all right. Today it's been hot, Dill. I'm not going to lie. Was at the beach, basically all weekend long, Friday and Saturday. Today it's been hot. Tomorrow's going to be hot. Tuesday's going to be hot. Wednesday's going to be hot. 90 plus every day out here. So that's not, great, but it's all right, Dill. I had a great 4th of July weekend. I hope you had the same and our loyal listeners as well.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a good holiday weekend. Had some barbecue, had some fireworks as well. Over under 5.5 glizzies for you.
Under.
Huh?
I don't even think I had one. I'm trying to think.
You're a big hamburger guy or cheeseburger.
No, I got offered one, but I think it was they're already cold. Like they were out. They weren't fresh. Okay. So I was like, I'm good.
Okay. What's your go-to, I guess, then for 4th of July? Would it be a hot dog or would it be a hamburger?
It's definitely a cheeseburger.
Okay.
Some steak, but I definitely knocked down a couple glizzies. But me personally, the bun has to be toasted. They go down.
Yes, 100%.
Regular soft bun, they still go down, but if a few drinks gotta be in me for a couple to go down.
The under cash for me too. I had 4, just under the under as well. So, but it was a good 4th of July. I hope everyone out there had a good July as well. We got our boy Dan in the chat.
Shout out Dan, baby.
John Cena. Yeah, he finally announced his retirement plan for 2025. I'm making a schedule over here, kid, because I got to see John Cena one more time before he's done in the ring. So I got to see that. But we got a great show for everyone today. We'll recap some NBA news, some players signed. Nothing really happened in the NFL. We got some WNBA news as well. We'll talk about, obviously, the rookie of the year race between Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, and we have a 7-game slate here on Monday. Maybe we'll get a little footy action towards the end of this show. But Elvis, as soon as we recorded, I think Tuesday night for Wednesday, Lakers, they get a deal done with LeBron James, 2-year deal, $104 million max dollar deal. He did technically take a cut, but the deal does include a player option and a no trade clause. Him and Bradley Beal are the only players in the league with a no trade clause. Good deal for the Lakers, I would say, because LeBron honestly could have gotten more if he wanted.
Yeah, LeBron, because he made a 13 All NBA this season. He was eligible, to get a 3-year supermax. He could have get a 5-year, but no, I highly doubt LeBron was going to sign a 5-year deal. But he could have got a 3-year, 160 plus, about 170, I think 169, 168. He could have got, but he took a little bit of a discount, hoping the Lakers will, land somebody like a DeMar DeRozan, Klay Thompson, maybe Bridges or somebody like that. It's still plenty of talent left in free agency market that the Lakers could land with that little bit of discount deal, but nobody, all-star, superstar, caliber like a Klay Thompson, who could have been a real game changer, DeMar DeRozan. So still plenty of options out there, but, the Lakers couldn't find themselves another all-star to go along with AD and LeBron.
My question is why? Because it is the Lakers at the end of the day. They do have 2 good superstars in AD and LeBron. Why don't you think they weren't able to get a guy who we'll talk about in a little, but a guy like DeMar DeRozan, who's from the LA area? He winds up going to another team in LA, in Sacramento. Like, why weren't they able to get anything substantial in this offseason?
To be honest, it wasn't like the king of the crop, you could say.
That's fair.
It wasn't like the greatest, free agency class of all time. It was kind of like not aging superstars, but Paul George, 34-year-old. He went to like a win now scenario where he doesn't need to be the number 1 option. DeMar DeRozan, another aging superstar. Zach LaVine could possibly still be an option out there. Let's see what happens closer to the beginning of the season. Donovan Mitchell was, I was speculating possibly a sign and trade there. He ended up re-signing with the Cleveland Cavaliers. So it wasn't too many young, all in type of players out there to go for. We saw Wagner get that huge deal, but he was under contract. He was able to sign that deal with the Magic. So all the big deals we've seen, all those were like going back to the same team. So there wasn't a really young talent that you could have gave like a 5-year max deal to, really, honestly. But Paul George, but where the Lakers really wanted to invest that type of money, aging Paul George to pair him with a agent AD
Yeah.
as well, who's in his prime, no doubt in his prime. But 3-4 years from now, when that contract's expiring, so is AD's. So and 40-year-old LeBron James. So it wasn't the best idea, and maybe
Yeah.
that's why LeBron took a 2-year deal, with the one option, because hey, he could just hop out next year, rework
Exactly.
another deal, and
Yeah.
maybe somebody next year that could get a 4 or 5-year deal done.
It's essentially a 1-year deal with a 1+ if he decides he wants to opt back in. I don't know. He's very smart with these contracts. He always has these kind of 1 or 2-year deals where he could renegotiate and get some more money. So he's very smart. Rich Paul as well. So I like it. It's just upsetting that the Lakers, it seems like on the outside surface, the Lakers aren't really a destination where, guys still in their prime or maybe a little past their prime, but still can contribute to a championship team, don't want to go and play with LeBron. That's worrisome, is it not? Because right now, like you said, I agree. I don't think they're a play-in team. Let's call it what it is. They're a play-in team. With the roster that they have right now, they're a play-in team. Yes, they could catch a little fire, maybe squeak their way into the playoffs, but I don't know. It seems like back in the day growing up, the Lakers were always this destination where, everyone wants to follow Kobe, follow Shaq. But seems like the older we get, it seems like more and more superstars don't actually want to go to LA.
One thing I could honestly say where I think is a factor, though, this the strongest the West been in a couple of years.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
we've seen players start going towards the East a little bit, but I can honestly say the West is loaded, and from a player standpoint, maybe the Lakers ain't the best option to win now, because you're not getting the max dollars going to the
No.
Lakers, just because Anthony Davis is on the super max and LeBron
Yeah.
is damn near right there at the max. He's
Yeah.
very close. So you're not gonna get what let's just say the money you want or desire. First of all, going to LA, taxes are high. That's gonna be included too. So you're not gonna get the money you want. That's number one. And number two, is going to the Lakers guaranteeing you a championship?
No.
It's not.
No.
I can honestly say no team in the West could guarantee you a championship right now, just because the West is so good that any team could catch it. Look at the Mavericks. I didn't expect the Mavericks to represent the West. I know you didn't expect the Mavericks to represent the West. And
No.
the only person I recall who picked the Mavericks to represent the West is Shaquille O'Neal in like opening night. No
Yeah.
bullshit. Like,
Yeah, no,
nobody.
I know.
So can the Lakers catch rhythm, April, May, June? Yeah. But are you willing to take a discount and bet on that? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking at the roster right now. Their starting five is D'Lo, Austin Reeves, LeBron, Roy Hachimura, which a lot of people expect more out of him, AD, and then their bench, Gabe Vincent, Bronny, Dalton Connect, which he needs to step it up as well. I know it's only been 2 summer games, but he doesn't look good either. Max Christie, Maxwell Lewis, Cam Reddish, Jared Vanderbilt, Jackson Hayes, and Christian Wood.
Which is pretty solid. As a team collectively,
they're a bunch of average players.
No,
I'll say that.
They should be much better than a play-in team. I'm not saying the number 1 seed, but they
what is honestly
4 to 6.
What is your expectation, E, for them? Because I don't have
that. 50-win team. Like around 50. Like I said, 4 to 6 seed. I'm not saying they're going to be the best team in the West. I don't accept. But 4th to 6th seed. I think that's reasonable. You don't think the Lakers could be the 5th best team in the West? No, honestly, just the 5th.
I'm looking at the West right now from last season.
I
I
think they could
don't.
be better than the Suns.
Yeah,
I think
I think they could be better than the Suns, but I don't. That top five, I don't think they're better than the Clippers, even without Paul George.
And
I don't.
real quick, I think
Yeah,
the Memphis Grizzlies will have a great regular season if Ja is healthy. So
yeah, yeah.
if Ja is healthy, I think the Grizzlies could win at least
And watch out
40,
for the
48,
Pelicans.
55 games,
Watch
maybe.
out for the Pelicans. They were the 7th seed at 49 and 33. They just got their point guard. They're keeping Zion. We'll see what they do with BI, which I think he'll wind up staying. But I think the Pelicans are better. Obviously, the Mavs just represented the West. I think they're better. The Timberwolves got better.
OKC's there. Denver's there.
OKC, Denver's still there. I know everyone talking about Denver losing some players. They're fine. They are going to be
They're
fine.
still going to win 50 plus games. As
Yeah.
long as Joker plays 70 plus, they'll win 50 plus.
I can say 6 definitive teams that are better than the Lakers. So there could be a 7th, 8th seed. They got the 8th seed last
No,
year.
but I'm saying I give them a shot to possibly land 4,
Maybe.
5, 6.
Yeah, if they stay healthy.
Yeah,
Yes.
because some of the others, like, to me, a team that could possibly be a 6 or 7 seed, maybe even 5th seed, is the Sacramento Kings. Am I gonna bet on it? No, but I give them a shot to be a playoff team, not just a playing team. I like the Kings. At Sacramento, to me, is one of the hardest places to play at.
At the Beam.
At the Beam, so like Sacramento is live. So Golden State, let's see how they turn out. I doubt they'll be better. I still think they'll be in the same position they were last year, but you can't count out Steph Curry, still one of the greatest players of all time.
And we talk about this all this up last season. What was the one team, or you were high on them and thinking they were ahead of schedule, and I kind of came around late? But watch out for the Houston Rockets too. They had a really good second half of the season.
But
they're getting better.
I see Houston getting to the play-in. I don't see Houston making the 11th seed last year, making a 5th seed jump.
But look at the jump, and I know it's a little, it's not as extreme as I'm giving an example, but look at OKC, the jump that they made. I think I'm not saying they're going to jump to the 1 seed, but at the 11th seed sitting right now where they finished, they could definitely jump to the 9th or the 8th seed where the Lakers were.
I know, but Reed Shepherd ain't Chet Holmgren. Chet Holmgren was
not yet.
No,
not yet. 52% from deep, my boy.
But realistically, Chet brought so much to the table. Then it's 14, 15-point game.
And they have a top 5 player in SGA, so I get it. I know.
Rockets don't have a top 5 player.
No.
But I love the enthusiasm though, because
I'm coming around on them.
Yeah, I told you what E did. I think Ime is one of the best coaches in the NBA.
I agree.
Say what you want outside noise, people. I judge what happens on field. And what Ime is one of the best head coaches in the NBA. And one of the best defensive minds.
Yeah, well, overall, he comes back for his 22nd season with the Lakers. So his future right now is with the Lakers and Bronny James. So we will see. Did you happen to catch his first summer league tournament? He didn't shoot the best.
He didn't shoot the best. Like I said, I was down the shore, but saw some highlights still. Didn't look good. Didn't look good, to be honest. But first game, it could be some jitters there and whatnot. But one thing I can honestly say is some people don't put too much weight to summer league. My man Lonzo Ball balled out in summer league. I think he even won the championship, summer league MVP. And he struggled a little bit in the first few games of his career. So I'm not gonna put too much weight into it, but I need Bronny to at least shoot around 50% in summer league.
And the reason he went up so high in the draft board and a lot of people's big boards for the draft was because on the workouts, he was actually playing really good defense and he got crossed up. He actually wasn't playing good defense. I know he got that one steal on the side, but outside of that, I didn't really think, it's a learning process. I told you.
It's the potential of his defensive presence. He has the potential to be an elite defender, which you need. Look at all the great point guard / shooting guard talents we have. You need a lockdown defender like a Marcus Smart or somebody like that. Look at Alex Caruso. Yeah. I think Alex Caruso is going to be a huge addition. Look at Drew Holiday. We saw him how he played with the Bucks. Look at him now with the Boston Celtics. Derek White. You can make a case they're the best defensive back duo in the NBA right now.
That's
Derek
fair.
White and Drew Holiday. And look what that led to. They won a championship in 5. Guarding some people will say the greatest offensive duo of all time.
Yeah, so I do think he needs some time, but
Well, backcourt. I apologize.
yeah.
Backcourt.
He definitely needs some time. He needs reps, and the only way he's going to get that is Summer League and down at the G League. He probably will play a little bit with the Lakers just because they don't have that much depth. I just named it a few minutes ago.
It all depends. Like Gabe Vincent, he missed 65, 70 games last year. Let's see what Christie, he just got that contract. So it all depends. D'Lo, he's usually pretty healthy. Austin Reeves has been pretty healthy so far. But it's going to be a long season. It wouldn't shock me if Bronny James is in at least 10 to 15.
Yeah. Let's stay actually in the state of California. We'll go to Golden State. You did mention them. Free agent Buddy Hield is going to join Golden State Warriors on a sign and trade deal, guaranteed 2 years, $21 million. Hield was getting $18 million in the first year and then $3 million in the second year. So he's the third player with a player option, no guarantee for that fourth year as well. So the Warriors send the 76ers a 2031 second round pick via the Dallas. So it's going to be a sign and trade. It has to be 3 years, but a small guarantee on the 3 years. And Golden State's, they're flexible on the deal with Buddy Hield. Warriors, they add DeAnthony Milton, Kyle Anderson, and Buddy Hield in wake of Klay Thompson leaving. So you add those three pieces, can it kind of fill the void, I guess, of Klay Thompson?
I think so, though. They did a pretty good damn job.
He did. He was second in the league in three-point percentage behind Steph Curry. So now they have the number 1 and 2.
That's what I was going to say. I think from 2016, I think is the year.
Yeah.
From 2016, I think that's the year. Buddy Hield was second in the league in three-pointers made.
Yeah, he has the gun.
He has the gun. I understand he's not Klay Thompson. I understand he might not give you 11 threes. He might not give you 30-something in a quarter. But Buddy Hield could heat up. We saw it against your Knicks still. What game was it? 6? No, not. But
I know he did. He did.
He give you what? He hit 6 threes in that game after not playing nothing the first 5.
Yeah.
So we know Buddy Hield is capable of heating up with the best of them. So I think it's a great. Nah, for real.
No, I know. It's just funny.
I know it's funny, but he did make the second most threes in the last 8 years in the NBA. That at least counts for something, Dill. Yeah. I understand he's not Klay Thompson. But with Slow-Mo, Milton, who plays both sides, and damn, I just lost my train of thought. Who were we just talking about?
We were talking about free agent Buddy Hield going to the Warriors and Klay Thompson.
With Buddy Hield, I think that's a pretty good addition to replace Klay Thompson. And let's not forget, people, Kyle Anderson, he played great in that playoff run. Great defense too.
Yeah, he's a good two-way player.
Yeah, I understand in that Memphis series. Some games I think he only had 2 points, 4 points, but he played high minutes, people. He could give you defensive presence. He could give you a bucket when needed and whatnot. But Kyle Anderson, he does much more than what appears on the scoreboard. So in my opinion, I'm not saying they're going to be just fine without Klay Thompson, but looking back, I think the front office is more than happy how things worked out.
And they're paying less, too. That's the thing. They were going to offer all this money that they're giving these 3 guys to Klay. He winded up rejecting it as well. So I think they got enough. I think they filled the void, and especially after last season, he is coming off an injury, and Klay's not the same player he was when he was winning all those championships with Draymond and Steph. So you get Buddy Hield, you get DeAnthony Milton, he could play as well, Kyle Anderson. I think that's a good substitute and a fill a void, and it's a lot cheaper than signing Klay Thompson as well. So I thought they did a good job, and I think Buddy Hield fits perfectly into what Golden State wants to do. Where do I want to go? Oh, let's go to Orlando. You did mention Franz Wagner. He gets a 5-year, $224 million maximum rookie contract extension, a deal that could be worth up to $269 with incentives. The kid is the real deal, man. I'm telling you, he's one of their cornerstones behind Paolo Banchero. The German is worth it.
Yeah, Joe. That a lot of people are gonna be like, wow, that's a lot of money. Hey, you don't watch the Magic. I understand. They probably have less than 10 televised national games a year. I'm going to say 15 with NBA TV. Because, NBA, if you have NBA TV, you're going to catch some games on there. he's a stud, Dill. I think he
Yeah.
has the potential to be, you know, multiple time All Star. The question is, can he become a superstar along Paulo? Because Paulo's is heading his way. He's becoming that dude. Wagner is as well, but can he be a top dog? Can he be a premier All Star for a couple of years? The contract that he got says he will be. I just want to see if he could put it together and be more consistent and better each season moving forward. Great deal for both sides, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think they had to do it. They can't lose Franz Wagner. He's their second best player, and at some nights he's actually better than Paulo Banchero. That's the thing. I think you hit it on the head. If you don't know who Franz Wagner is, you're living under a rock because he's a very good player. I would argue maybe a top 25, top 20 player. You just don't watch the magic. He averaged 20 points a game, 4 assists, 5 rebounds. He shot 49% from the field. In the postseason, he shot 41% from the field. He shot 30% from 3. He
21.
He's 22. He's 22. He went to Michigan. He was coached well there. He won I think it's the FUBU or the FIBA World Championship. So he has FIBA. Thank you. So he's won it with Germany as well. He's a champion. I think you need to build around Franz Wagner and Paulo Banchero. So it's a great deal for both sides. I agree as well. Let's go back to California. The Sacramento Kings, they agreed on a sign and trade that will land DeMar DeRozan on a 3-year deal, 3-year, $74 million deal to join the Kings. It's going to send Harrison Barnes to San Antonio and Chris Dullett to San Antonio. And then the Bulls are going to receive 2 second-round picks and cash. So they got 2 picks and they got some cash for DeMar DeRozan. They're going to, I guess, kind of in a rebuild mode. But San Antonio gets Harrison Barnes and Chris Durant. I think those 2 are good pieces. And I guess you mentioned it. The Kings, they kind of had a down year compared to 2 years ago where they kind of went on that run. I think they won the division. And I think the Kings, I guess they wanted to keep their offensive core together with De'Aaron Fox. Sabonis is really good. And now you bring in a mid-range killer in DeMar DeRozan. I think that's a pretty good 3.
Yeah, they'll, and let's not forget, I think Kingo Murray is emerging as well. I think he could potentially be a very good player in that rotation. So I like what Sacramento's doing. Shipping off Harrison Barnes. Harrison Barnes is solid, but he ain't
champion.
He ain't what he once was. I understand what he did with the Warriors those couple seasons. He was great. Couple seasons with the Kings. But he ain't worth the money he's getting paid. So I love the fact they moved him. Nice vet going to San Antonio who could help him. CP help Indy. Hey, watch out the Spurs.
That's what I said.
They might be able to reach in and get that number 9, number 10 seed now if healthy. So I like what San Antonio is doing. Not just rebuilding. Let's just add some pieces, add some veteran pieces. But still, we've been waiting. Well, I personally been waiting for DeMar DeRozan to land somewhere. Ever since Paul George signed and I knew Donovan Mitchell was staying in Cleveland, I was like, all right. To me, one of the last, I'm gonna say, difference makers. I think DeMar DeRozan this upcoming season, possibly the one following as well, could still be a difference maker. I love this move by the Sacramento Kings because it proves to me they're like, you know what, we had a down year last year, but we still have a chance to win now. De'Aaron Fox, he's a stud. He's one of the best point guards in the NBA offensively. He's too quick. Sabonis, double machine. I understand he's not a houseful name, but he's a double machine. Kingo Murray, you're gonna know that name in a year or 2. He's becoming a very good all around player on both sides, but hitting the 3 from the corner as well. And now you add, like you said, a mid-range killer. Someone who's been there and done that. He's just missing the ring, people. But DeMar DeRozan has all the experience. He can still sit in a chair sometimes if needed. And I think he will help the Sacramento Kings team. Can he, help them win a championship? That I highly doubt, people. But, no. All jokes aside, I do like the move by the Kings. I love DeMar DeRozan. I still think he has some all-star caliber seasons left in him. And I honestly think if in down year from OKC, down year from Timberwolves, down year from Denver, the Kings are live. If Once again, if
Yeah.
the Denver's banged up, OKC, the Mavs,
Lakers.
those teams are like just hobbling or whatnot, not playing good or whatnot. If the Kings are healthy, come April, May, I'll give them a shot.
I like their three. And Keegan Murray out of Iowa, he's another kid, like you said. You are going to learn that name. If you already don't know him, he's going to be really good. Yeah, I like the move, and I think they're kind of all in on what they have. You mentioned Sabonis, like not just a double-double machine. He's a triple-double machine too. Like, I get to assist as well. So I like the team. I think they had a down year. They were dealing with some injuries, the coaching as well. I think they went 46-36 with the 9 seed last year. I definitely think they're going to be better with this addition. I'd like the move for DeRozan. He gets to stay home in California. Do I think it's the best opportunity for him to win? No. But where else in California would you say? Lakers? No. Golden State? Not really. No, they're on their tail end of their career as well. So I think this is actually the perfect fit for him, but I don't think this is the best move long term because I don't think they are going to win a ring. So
yeah, and you could throw the Clippers in there as well.
Oh, I forgot about them. Yeah.
No, you're good though. It's just I could honestly say the Kings might be the best team in California.
Wow.
Right now, today. On paper, I think the Kings might be the best team. I'm gonna say who could possibly have the best record if healthy is the Clippers.
Yeah,
I give Golden State a shot as well. Lakers if healthy, but I think the Clippers are just so well coached, and with a healthy Kawhi and James Harden, I think they could win 45, 50 games.
Elvis, Rafael Devers hit another home run. He owns the Yankees 3-0 in the top of the 9th. I mean, why are they pitching to this kid?
I'll be honest, though. He's such a stud.
You have to pay him anything he wants.
Anything he wants. It's crazy. We paid him a little bit a couple years ago. We underpaid him. And I understand why he wants that big deal. We got to give him a 10-year, $300-400.
Yeah.
$300-400 deal. Maybe not what Shohei got, 12 years, 5 something. But I think we got to give Rafael at least 8 years.
I think the number's starting at 400, kid.
Yeah, 8 years, 400. 10 years, 400. 40 a year. Sounds about right.
Because the price...
He's only like 23, 24, I think.
The kid is so young, and all he does is rake, especially against his rival.
Yeah.
So it's actually... Yeah, which is exactly why they're paying him for it.
It's like Ohio State and Michigan. You could lose every game, but if you beat Michigan or you beat Ohio State, you have a job forever.
Exactly. That's all they care about. It's so crazy.
Yeah, you can lose. You go 1-12, 1-11. You beat those guys, you got a job.
You got a job for life. Let's go to a signing that I think a lot of people, not me, I would say I'm speaking for people on the internet, would say is very questionable. And a guy that's been in the news and a guy that has been one of the hottest free agents this offseason in Miles Bridges. He does return to Charlotte on a 3-year, $75 million deal. He's getting $25 million deal. Now, Elvis, I'm not in the business of kicking a man when he's down, or a woman for that matter. I believe in second chances. And who knows? Maybe he's better for it now. So I understand what he did. We're not condoning it. We don't wish that, or we don't root for that. But, he made a mistake. He paid for it. Maybe not to the standards of some people and, being able to still have a job. But at the end of the day, he does have a family to provide for. So I believe in second chances is what I'll say. And do I think he's worth $25 million a year? I'll say just under that. I think he got himself a nice deal. If I'm being honest, he's worth it. Like his potential is definitely up there. I just think he's such a, how do I want to categorize him? He's such a curveball where you don't know if he'll get suspended again. So that's what you're kind of betting on. Is he going to play a full season? Because if he does, yes, then he's worth the money. But if he gets himself into trouble again, then he's really not worth the money. So that's what I'll say on Miles Bridges.
All right, just to give a heads up, people, if I'm gonna be very frank. So if you want to skip ahead or pause it, by all means. I judge on the field. I don't judge outside noise. For $25 million a year, I think Miles Bridges is a hell of a steal for the Charlotte Hornets still. I think Miles Bridges is a very capable all-star type of player. He's big, he's lengthy, he could live above the rim. He's getting better from the three-point line as well. And I think 3 years to 25, I understand. Well, 3 years to 75, I understand all the outside noise. But people, just focus on the court. The Hornets got to steal. I understand all the, what could happen off the court at home and whatnot. I understand that part, people. But we got to remember, he's getting paid for what he brings to his team on the court, not what he does at home, on the court. Tobias Harris got 2 years, $52 million. Go check his stats. This upcoming season, when it's all said and done, come May, come June, come whatever month you want to check Miles Bridges stats, and then check Tobias Harris stats. And then you're going to be like, Miles Bridges is severely underpaid, and Tobias Harris is severely overpaid.
And I think if you're on the side where you think the deal was good for Charlotte and he got underpaid, I think basically you're saying, well, from what he did produce on the court, 21.7 rebounds, 3 assists. He shot 47% from the field.
Sounds like 30 million to me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if you're judging it on that aspect, Charlotte got a deal.
No, that's what I am. I'm not justifying any action.
No, I know you're not. I'm just saying.
Just, for the people out there, I'm not justifying. All I'm saying is I'm just trying to put it in perspective on why he got the deal. Because there's a lot of teams paying much more for 20 points a game.
I'll ask you this. Do you think teams were hesitant to go after him?
Absolutely.
Which they should be, I will say.
They should be, Dill, but at the end of this incident happened 2 years ago. I guarantee he's a better man from it. He learned from his mistakes. And let's just be honest, Dill. Let's just be honest. If this incident never occurred, he was going to get 5 years, 200.
Yeah, he was, because he had it on the table.
He had it.
Yeah.
2 years ago, he had a rookie max extension, 5 years, 190. Yeah. Same thing with Ja got. Yeah, the same contract Ja Morant got. Miles Bridges was eligible for, but the incident happened. And like I said, people, I'm not justifying or not. All I'm saying is the man was going to get a 4 or 5 year extension at 190. They just got the same man for 3 years, 75. Fuck the outside noise. That's a steal.
Yeah, no, I agree. And let's be honest. I think they're gonna build around LaMelo, and he is their star. But outside of him,
that's the Scottie Pippen.
That's their best player. They need Miles Bridges on that team to sell tickets. They're not going to be relevant because they're a very bad organization and a bad team. But to sell tickets, they need Miles Bridges.
Put it this: if the Charlotte Hornets have any chance of making the playoffs or the play-in, they need Miles Bridges on the team. If they didn't resign Miles Bridges, to guess what? The Hornets were live as a lottery team, top 5 pick.
If they have any opportunity or any chance to win 20 games, let alone fuck the play-in, 20 games. They won 21 games last season. They're a bottom 5 team.
I know. Bill, that's what I'm saying. You need a healthy LaMelo. You need a Miles Bridges. If not, it's going to be the same how you were the last, 15 years?
Yeah. Poverty organization. 76ers, they keep improving. They pick up Caleb Martin. He was with the Miami Heat. He averaged around 13.6 points, 50% shooting from the field, 44% from 3, including the playoffs as well. So that's his most points per game versus an Eastern Conference opponent, which was the Celtics. So, he played good. He's a veteran who's playoff tested with the Miami Heat. I think, unfortunately, I hate to admit it, I think this is a good pickup for the 76ers.
Yeah, I'm not to pour gas on the fire, Dill, but this is another great pickup for the 76ers. This what shows me they're in win now situations.
Yeah, they're all in.
They're all Yo, Caleb Martin. I did not think the 76ers had any change left in the piggy bank for Caleb Martin. To be honest, Caleb Martin, he brings that playoff edge. We know he's not scared of the moment. I highly doubt it because Joel Embiid is that dude. He might lead the 76ers in a couple games in points in the playoffs because he got that dog in him. Fuck the regular season. Look what we did 2 years ago with that Miami Heat during that run. He averaged, I think, 14 and 16 a game, hitting clutch threes night in, night out. Look what he did against the Celtics in that 7-game series, people. Look how he played against the Celtics in round 1. No Jimmy Butler. Tyler Hero was iffy as well in that series. I think Caleb Martin was the 76ers were able to get that. I did not expect this deal. Great move for the 76ers. Horrible move, in my opinion, for the Miami Heat, letting another great player from that not championship, finals run walk away. Max Strus walked away, went to Cleveland. Gabe Vincent, I understand he didn't play a lot of people. He walked away to Los Angeles. Now, Caleb Martin, I understand the Heat they have a great front office. They make great draft picks year in, year out. Look at Tyler Hero. Look at Vasquez last year from
Jaime Jaquez.
They make great, and look at Caleb Wheeler, Max Strus, all these guys, undrafted great players who ended up, getting much more money on other teams. But the Miami Heat can't keep doing this.
I'll say this. I'll jump in real quickly. I don't think it really worked out in Miami. It didn't look like a really good fit for either Caleb Martin or any.
I understand, but how many more talented players are you going to willing to let walk out?
I think with a good organization like Miami with scouting players or drafting them, you mentioned Jaime Jaquez, he's going to be a stud. I think they're willing to bank on their own guys. Like we'll draft someone, we'll pick someone up I
understand, Dill, which is fine. But are you gonna a couple years? I understand they pay Bam, they paying Jimmy, but are you gonna pay Tyler Hero in a couple years? Or are you just gonna let him walk? I
think Jimmy's gonna walk.
We'll see. We'll see. But they didn't draft Jimmy, so that's okay.
Yeah, of course.
I'm talking about players they drafted and developed.
Oh, I think they are gonna pay Tyler Hero. They have to. They just paid Bam, and I think Tyler Hero was better than Bam. If I'm being honest, that's debatable.
He played better in
in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So that's about it. That happened in the NBA. So as soon as more news starts to break, we will have it here. Nothing happened in the NFL. We're just gearing up for our two-a-days. They start next week. Next Monday, actually, we will start them. So got one last week off of no football, and we're literally we're less than a month away from football. We got the Hall of Fame game in the first week of August, kid. We're right there. So cannot wait for that. By the way, WNBA, let's go over to the hardwood back over there. Caitlin Clark, she made history. First ever triple-double as a rookie. She had the most votes as well to be selected into the All-Star game with over 700,000, kid. I mean, she's a superstar already. And Angel Reese today, she continues to make history. She recorded her 13th straight double-double. She breaks Candace Parker, one of the GOATs, WNBA record for most consecutive double-doubles over multiple seasons. Kid, this rookie back and forth right now. Angel Reese plus 400.
I saw plus 230.
Right now, you see it?
No, I saw it like yesterday plus 230. I don't know right now.
Okay,
maybe money came in because of the triple double Clayton got.
Yeah, it has to, kid, because last time I saw it was minus 700 for.
Oh, right now she's Clayton is minus 550, Angela plus 320.
Yeah, so it's flip flopping and fluctuating up and down because they keep going back and forth, breaking and making history and breaking records. So right now, I do think it's right. I'll read you their stats. She's averaging 16 points, Caitlin Clark, compared to Angel Reese, 14 points. 6 rebounds, Caitlin Clark to 12. She leads the league in rebounds as a rookie is crazy. 7.5 assists, 7.5 assists to just 1 assist. That's not her game. And then double-doubles, obviously she has 13 straight, and Caitlin Clark has 6 double-doubles with 1 triple-double. So kind of comparable. I do think both of them have to work on things. Caitlin Clark leads the league in turnovers, and Angel Reese offensively needs to work on a lot, especially down at the rim. She needs to work on her shot a little bit, her free throws. Right now, I still would favor Angel Reese. I think the odds makers are correct.
You mean Caitlin Clark?
Caitlin Clark. What did I say?
You said Angela Reese.
Angel Reese. Yeah, no, but you did get the value a few weeks ago.
I got the plus 800. I think Angela. If I had to say for right now, if I had to vote today, I'm gonna go with Angela, Dill, just because she's just been more dominating. That's all I can honestly say. She's just been a little more dominating, Dill. Like you said, she's averaging 12 rebounds a game. As a rookie, that leads the WNBA. We didn't expect that.
No.
We didn't expect that. I can honestly say we had higher expectations for Caitlin Clark than we did for Angela Reese.
100%.
To me, that's unfair. Like, even me, I'm part of that. I'm unfair to Angela just because I didn't expect her to be this great this soon. And I think that's what we got to take in consideration, people. We knew Caitlin Clark is not going to be that much of a transition for her. She's one of the greatest players I have ever seen coming out of college, coming out the women's college level. But Angela Reese, still, she's just a dog, and what she said in that post-game interview a couple games ago, I'm just a dog. You can't teach that.
You can't.
You can't teach what she's been doing, Dill. What, 13 straight double-doubles? You can't teach that. She's just going up for the ball and gonna get it, and she's bullying people. And I agree with you. Both need to work on the game, but I think the people are speaking. Dill, Ajay Wilson is the best player in the WNBA. No,
by far, she's the best player in the world.
No if, no ands, no buts.
Yeah.
But Angela Reese and Caitlin Clark got 400,000 more votes than her. That, to me, that says something. Not that just shows there's more eyes in the game because of these two young rookies. That tells me there's 300 maybe 400, 500,000 more eyes when those two plays than the best player in the world.
Yeah.
People, I need people to understand how crazy that they rather watch these two rookies, not just 1 or 2 thousand people, 500, 400, 300,000 people out there rather see these two young girls play as rookies than the best player in the world.
Kid, they're selling out arenas. They're lining up. Opposing fans of other teams are lining up to get Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese's autograph.
Opposing teams have to move to bigger venues when they come into towns. Like, I just want to put that in perspective. So
that's the difference between a superstar and a star.
Exactly. And no disrespect to, the Breonna Stewarts, the Casey Plums, Ajay Wilson. No disrespect to y'all. But y'all got at least respect and acknowledge what Caitlin Clark and Angela Reese is doing. They're getting more votes than the MLB players did in All-Stars.
That's crazy. Yeah.
I don't know. For the people out there, look at the All-Star votes. Besides like the Juan Soto's, Aaron Judge, look at the infield. They're getting 400, 500,000. Caitlin Clark and Angela Reese are getting more than MLB All-Stars, people. So to me, that's just special. What Caitlin Clark did, triple-double real quick. It's just amazing. I'm not going to say we expected this just because we know she's very capable of doing this. So I'm not trying to downgrade the accomplishment. What Caitlin Clark is doing is just flat out amazing, Dill. But we knew what she was going to bring to the game. I'm just happy that even myself, I'm watching it and thousands of others are watching it. And Angela Reese is going along that ride, showing. And once again, for another post interview, she said, people are not just coming to watch Caitlin Clark. They coming to watch me too. And I hope y'all understand that. And I'm starting to understand that. Angela Reese is that girl.
Yeah, they're both box office. They're must-see TV. I was watching the game earlier today, and I think it comes down to, position where they end up in the conference. Right now, Sky, they're a playoff team, 8-12. Fever, they've come on as of late. They're
a much better team the past month than the first month.
Yeah, they're 9-13. So I think it comes down to where these two teams for their respected cities wind up at the end of the season. I think that might come down to it, or a deciding factor who wins this Rookie of the Year contest. But it's definitely a 2-horse race right now between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. Let's get into before we get into these plays, kid. Let me tell you a quick word from our sponsor. We are brought to you each and every episode by Viva Tequila Seltzer, the most refreshing hard seltzer on the market. Hands down. Is no wonder why Viva was voted #1 hard seltzer in the world by San Francisco World Spirit Competition, with only 88 calories, 0 carbs, 0 sugar, and a light 4.5 ABV. Viva was the perfect drink for your post-game celebration, as it was created with that active lifestyle in mind. We favor tequila seltzer because flavor is the spice of life, and we like our drinks with just a kick, just like how we like our lives. Whether it's Huckleberry playing around the golf with the boys or an elderberry watching some baseball, it doesn't matter. Our favorites pair perfectly with that Artisanal Blanca tequila for that subtle and refreshing drink. Our belief here at the Dream Wager and at Viva is to live long, live well, and live it up. All right, kid, let's get to it. Like I said, only 7 games here on a Monday. Not the best slate, if I'm being honest. Right now, I do have a play or two that I like. Not going to overstretch it, but there aren't really a lot that I like. We do have some day baseball in Pittsburgh with the Mets and the Pirates. But I'll let you lead it off, kid. I think you have a little more plays than I do. What do you like?
Yeah, Dill, I'm gonna attack it, Dill. Short slate, not too many WNBA plays as well. So I'm gonna give out some for the people. I'm gonna tell you which ones I really like and you know which ones I'm like, I just threw out there. So first start, 12:35, your New York Mets taking on the Pittsburgh Pirates. I don't even know, Scott versus Keller on the mound.
Christian Scott is one of
Christian
our
Scott.
prospects.
Over under sitting at 8.5. I'm gonna go with the Mets on the money line, Dill. But basically, both had to pick them. Mets are a much better road team than at home. Pirates falling off, and let's just be honest, Dill. If the kid ain't on the mound, I like the opposing team.
Let's just I'll say this: I gotta give him
all-star.
Yeah, he had to be. I said it 2 weeks on the pod. I said they need to. He should start the All-Star game. If I'm being honest, he might be the best pitcher in the league. And I'm not even exaggerating a little bit.
No.
He might be.
He might be.
Yeah, the kid is legit. I'm so happy he got to the All-Star game. So sorry to interrupt.
No, you're fine, Dill. But like that being said, I just think the Mets are a little better squad. I understand the prospect is on the mound, but the Mets have been better as of late. Pirates ain't the same team we saw the first 15, 20 games of the season. I expect the Mets to take care of business on the road. Give me the Mets on the money line -105.
The only game that I liked was this 4:05 Eastern in DC with Mitchell Parker going and Miles Mikolas. -112, -108, I actually see for the Nationals, -105 for the Cardinals. Over under is at 9.5. I was able to get a -106 earlier in the day. I still like it with the Nationals. I think they should be a little bigger of a favorite at home. Not playing the best baseball right now, but Mitchell Parker has been lights out, and you kind of want to fade Miles Mikolas on the road. I think the bats continue to stay hot for Washington. They scored 14 runs the other day. I think we could see a higher scoring game, but I think with Mitchell Parker, I think he could limit the bats of the Cardinals. So I'm going to take the Nationals here at home. That's my only official play.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Give me the Nationals at home. Like you said, you can't trust Mikolas on the road, and that's one of the main reasons why I'm taking Washington at home. So I end up give me the Nationals -110 on the money line. As of right now, line is a little better. So shop around, people. And then I'll just say my last 2 plays of the night. This one I love, but it's a little chalk. Cleveland Guardians taking on the Detroit Tigers. Over under sitting at 8.5. I'm gonna go with the Indians on the road, Dill. I understand you got Williams on the mound. Got smoked this last outing, but I just don't love Detroit right now. I understand they won 3 straight. I think they're due for a loss, in my opinion. Little chalky on -150, but I'm gonna go with the Guardians on the money line on the road. And then my last play of the day will be the Atlanta Braves taking on the Arizona Diamondbacks. Over under sitting at 8.5. Chris Sale on the mound for the Braves. One more time, shocked that he's pitching this well. As a Red Sox fan, I'm shocked to see him play this well. But hey, hats off. And you got Diaz on the mound for the Diamondbacks. I think he's making his first start of the season.
Yeah.
With that being said, I'm gonna take the who's been dealing all season long. Give me the Atlanta Braves on the run line, minus 122. I just expect them to, take care of business on the road. Don't get me wrong. Diamondbacks have been playing better as of late, but they're still not the same team they were last year. Atlanta ain't as dominant as they once was. I understand. But with Chris Sale on the mound, I'm a bet it. Give me the run line on the road.
Yeah, I agree with them all. I just think the Guardians are the right side. I just don't want to lay minus 150.
And put it like this: if it was minus 155, duh.
Yeah, I mean, Gavin Williams is not really someone I want to back. And, Detroit just came off a sweep against a Cincinnati Red team that just swept the Yankees. So,
hey, the Yankees lost like 16
I know.
out of 20.
But still, the Yankees are a good team.
17 out of 19 now.
I know. But, yeah, I didn't want to lay it. There are just some big favorites. Like, I think they're the right side. Another one with Chris Paddock and the Twins against the White Sox. I think the Twins are the right side, but minus 187 is insane to me. I thought it would be like a minus 155, minus 160.
To lay the run line on the road. I understand it's Chicago,
they don't even get they don't even get to bat in the ninth inning.
Yeah.
That worries me. That worries me. Over a $2 favorite with the Braves. That worries me as well.
Cincinnati shouldn't be a $2 favorite against anyone. Honestly,
and they just got swept.
Yeah.
And Colorado's actually been playing some competitive baseball.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'll lean the Rockies on the run line, but at minus 137, if it was like minus 110, minus 115, to me, I understand it's Cincinnati and everything, but minus 137.
I got something
minus
for you.
140 on the run line with the Rockies on the road.
Instead of only having one play, I'll do a little parlay. Two-teamer, which I like. I think they're the right sides. I just, they're a little chalky to take them straight up. I'll take the Braves. I got them at a minus 187 straight up. And give me the Twins at a minus 177 for a plus 140 parlay. Two-legger. That's a nice little lunch meal there, plus 140. I just put it in. So yeah, I'll do that instead of forcing something, because I do like those two teams as well. So yeah, I'll do a little parlay. Like you said, kid, no WNBA. They took the day off. They have games on Tuesday. So let's actually go over. There's nothing really that we could talk about besides the soccer that's going on. We have the Euros and we have Copa America. Right now, they're in the semifinals for both. Actually, they have a game Tuesday in MetLife. We have Argentina and Chile, I think, going. Wow. Oh, no, it's Argentina and Canada. Canada. So, that's going to be at MetLife. I was looking at tickets. They're crazy because I think Messi's going to be there. So, on Tuesday, I think this is going to be an amazing game. Spain versus the French right now. Plus 170 for Spain, plus 210 for France to advance. Because if you take that, they need to win in regulation in the 90 minutes. Because if they don't, you don't win your bet. But if you could take a team to advance, that means in penals, extra time. As long as they win in advance, you win your bet. I think they're better odds. Minus 130 for Spain, plus 110 for France. Any opinion here? And have you been watching the Euros?
I've been watching the Copa more than the Euros.
Wow.
But I've been trying to watch the Euros since the quarterfinals started last week. Well, a few days ago. So definitely been trying to catch the quarterfinals. But to be honest, been watching the Copa a little more just because I just happen to catch it. I've been trying to watch it, but it's like every other day. That should be fucking me up. But I'm going to go with France to advance at plus 130, Dill. I just feel like France, don't get me wrong, Spain has been playing better. But on paper, I think the French are a little better. Can they beat Spain? I think so. I'll give them a shot. Give me France to advance to the finals.
Yeah, you could get that at plus 110. Shop around, too. I'm going to take Spain, though. I'm going to take them plus 170. I'm going to take the under 2.5 as well. I think it's going to be a lower scoring game. Under 2.5. A little chalky. Maybe you want to add it in your parlay. It's at minus 180. So I think we're going to see a lot. We've seen it. How many games have we seen?
And the 2.5, is it 90 minutes or 120?
The whole game. the whole game.
No
Extra
penalties.
time. Yeah, no penalties. Yeah,
No,
so
no,
if
just so the people know, we don't
yeah,
cover
yeah.
soccer too much, you know.
Yeah, no, you're right. Good call, because if it does go, if it's 1-1 after extra time and they go into penals, you cash your bet. So, yeah, that's a good question as well. So I'm gonna take Spain. I think they're a little more battle tested. I think they have. It's going to be a lot of different lineups because a lot of guys are dealing with some yellow cards that aren't going to be able to play. So I'm going to take Spain. We're going to be on opposite sides there. And then the next game should be a good one too. The Netherlands taking on England. Will it come home? We'll see. But England are favorites, plus 162, plus 220 for the Netherlands to advance, though, just to take the team to straight up to advance. Netherlands plus 120. Minus 140 for the English team, England. Who do you like here, kid?
Me personally, Dill, I like Netherlands as a fan. Do I think they're gonna advance to the final over England? I think that's a tough task to overcome. I do think England's the better team or club. I like, if anything, I like England and Netherlands in 90. So in regulation, but if it comes down to penal, I think England advances.
Yeah, another game where I'm going to side with you. I'm going to take the Netherlands plus 220. I think they win in regular time, and I'm going to take them to advance at plus 120 as well. I just don't like what I've seen from this English team offensively. Harry Kane hasn't scored. Without Jude Bellingham in that miracle goal in extra time in the 98th minute, they would be eliminated already. So they've been getting a little lucky. I worry about them scoring offensively. In Netherlands, their counterattack is very fast paced. I think they're going to put a lot of pressure on that back four for England. And I don't really trust Pickford as well, the goalie for England. So I'm going to side with you. I think the Netherlands are the right side. So yeah, that's on Wednesday. 3:30 Eastern, and then Spain and France is on Tuesday at 3:00. And then Copa America, like I said, on Tuesday, they play at night here at MetLife over in East Rutherford. Argentina, huge favorite, minus 750. No one's giving Canada a chance, plus 410. Elvis, to you, give them a chance.
Absolutely, Dill. I think if you made it to the sem, I don't get me wrong, Argentina is the better team, and they're live. They're live to win it all. Don't get it twisted. They're favorite to win it all. But you can't deny how good Canada has been playing, Dill. This is another one. I think Canada, you got to bet them 90 minutes. Because if it comes down to penal, Argentina just has the experience. They're going to get the job done. So if Canada wants a chance to advance to the final, I think they have to beat them in 90 in the regulation. So I think it's worth a sprinkle on the money line.
Yeah, so if you want to take them to advance or just in regulation in the 90 minutes, Argentina gets the win. It's still minus 310. So maybe you want to add them in a parlay that you like, but yeah, they're very heavily favored to advance, which I think they should, but don't count out Canada. You know, they scored a very early goal against Venezuela in the last game leading up to this. This might be a team of destiny right now. So this Canada team, they play good defense. They're coached well. I just don't know if they have the offense to keep up with Messi and Argentina, but we'll see. That's why they play the game. And then a much closer game on Wednesday night, 8:00, Colombia taking on Uruguay. Short favorites here for Uruguay, minus 112. Minus 108 for Colombia. Colombia's just been offensively just scoring a bunch of goals. Now, if you want to take them on just to advance, plus 185 for Colombia. It's plus 185 all the way. So basically a pick 'em right now. Who do you favor, Colombia or Uruguay?
I think just coming off the quarterfinal, I think you just got to look at Colombia. They look dominant in the other night. Who they played again? Panama.
Panama, they're trash.
It was 3-0 at half. Like, I understand they could be trash still, but at the end of the day, you got to acknowledge their dominant performance still. So I'm going to go with Colombia at plus 175. Do they get it? The question is, do they get it done in regulation? That's my question. I think so. Give me Colombia plus 175.
And Uruguay, big upset. You know, it was 0-0 all the way to penals, and Brazil, they winded up choking away. I don't know if they choked. Uruguay was just just a better team in penalties. And I think it's a bit of luck and a little bit of a guessing game with, the striker and the goalie. So big win for Uruguay. They're coming in hot. But I agree. I think Colombia, with their offensive capability, I think they're going to outpower Uruguay. So I'm going to take Colombia as well at -108. But that's it, kid. That's all I got. I'll see you on Friday. But anything else you want to tell the people before we get up out of here?
Just stay cool. If you're up in the East Coast, by me and Dill, it's gonna be hot as balls these next few days. So just stay cool, stay hydrated, stay safe.
Yeah, 100%, kid. Stay safe, stay cool out there. And that's going to do it for this Monday edition of the Dream Wager. On behalf of our sponsor, Viva Tequila, Elvis, myself, make sure you guys follow along our social media, Twitter and Instagram at the Dream Wager. You guys can find all of our episodes if you missed one, wherever you get your podcasts, Apple Podcast, Spotify, Stitcher. We go live on YouTube as well. So make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe, rate, give us a review, leave in the comments who you'll be betting on this week. All that good stuff really helps the show go tremendously. So be a friend, tell a friend, and we will see you guys on Friday. Peace.